Oh man, where is Tomato? Where's she at?
I'm
Oh,
here.
I
I'm
heard her.
here. I'm
What?
by your side.
Did I have too much to drink? Man, this meta beer.
Nick,
Oh,
I'm by your
oh,
side. I'm just
oh. She
invisible.
must. She must have that invisible virus that went around. I heard
Yep.
about that. You spread the disease. Is there a vaccine for that? I need my
No,
mask.
no. Yeah, I know I started and some people in Horizon got it. Seems that they are okay now, but you know, I'm still invisible.
So how can we turn you back to visible?
Um, that's a good question. Do you have something in mind?
Hmm. You know what? Maybe I think if you drink some of this meta beer, beer's the cure for everything. So if you drink some of this, I think it'll definitely cure
Sure.
you up. All right. Oh yeah, it worked.
Thank you. I
She's
know you have
back.
the cure.
So
I
if you
knew
get
it.
stuck, if you're invisible, just drink some meta beer and you'll be great.
Yeah. I was actually one of the first people to get invisible because I was walking around. I was asking, I deleted my app. I start my Oculus many times and nothing was working. So everyone was trying to help me. And they were
Hmm.
actually asking me to factory reset my Oculus.
Oh
And I was
no,
like,
not the
I'm
dreaded
not going to
reset,
do
guys.
that.
Oh,
And
oh,
after, like,
boo.
you can see in the live that we did and stuff, I was invisible the whole time, holding pillows and stuff. But then I didn't do the factory reset. And then I was like, guys, you know what? I will go to the plaza and talk to one of the community guides. And then when I did, they told me that more people were getting invisible. So
So you
Buffy,
spread the disease to
yeah.
everyone.
So Buffy and the others follow me to the plaza. And when they travel, they all got invisible. It was amazing. I didn't feel alone anymore. But that,
Oh
yeah, we
man,
all got to
there was
fix
no
it.
meta bank, man. That you guys could have went and robbed a meta bank. You
No,
know.
there was nothing. I could not take advantage. There was actually like no advantage at all. They were actually throwing stuff on me to find me. It was awful.
Oh,
Please
that's
don't do
actually
that
kind of
again.
cool. That would be a cool game where you're like invisible and you have to throw stuff at
Rabbits,
somebody to
rabbits
see
was
them.
throwing me darts to find me, and it was sticking on me. It was the only way. Like it's the only way I can see you.
Oh, that's
It's
pretty
in the
cool.
live too. Yeah, it was so funny. Mean but funny. I think I was in the upside down, you know?
Yeah, you're in the upside down. Speaking of the upside down, like the new season of Stranger Things is getting pretty interesting. I'm waiting for the
Yeah,
net the final episode to come out,
the
and
volume two
yeah, no, there could be spoilers right now. So if anybody has not seen it, cover your ears,
cover.
cover
Yeah,
them, cover them, cover them.
cover it.
I
So,
really like it because it's a lot different than the way the other seasons were. It's a different
yeah,
type of villain, and it's
yeah.
connected, to Eleven's earlier life, right?
Yes, everything's still connected. It seems to have more action, more like in this one, like you want the next episode you like so much. Was a lot of I really enjoy that. What was like what you enjoy the most there?
I
Tell
think
me,
my
Nick.
favorite thing was the whole like the way they used like D&D. So they're kind of playing like the D&D still, right? Which I like,
Mm,
and then it was like a D&D monster comes to life, but not just any
mm-hmm.
monster. He's a dark wizard, so that's always super super interesting when dark wizards show up. So that was
Yeah.
totally just like I wasn't even thinking that. I thought it was going to be those flower monsters. What are their names? The ones with the flower
Yeah.
heads. Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Demargogons.
Yeah.
I always mix
Yeah.
the names of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they show up one of them in the jail. They actually show one of that guys. But it's super nice because you believe in one story most of the season, and then in the end, it kind of shows what really happens when she start to figure out her own mind. And that was so nice because then you start like, oh no, this is that, and I will not give a
And
lot of
that's
spoiler,
that.
but it's so amazing. It was so nice. So I'm very excited for the volume 2 that's coming in July 1st.
So volume 2, is that just one episode, or is that going to be many
No, I
more
think it's gonna
episodes?
be many. Yeah, just
Oh,
like they
okay,
always
cool.
release. Like they release part of the season and then the second part of the season.
I don't like that. If you're doing that at home, please stop. Don't do that.
Yeah,
It
I don't
drives
know
me
why.
crazy. They better
Yeah,
not do that to
exactly.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's like, oh, now you have to wait, 10 years later. I feel like I've been doing that my whole life.
Well, that's how I feel with Moon Knight already. We did our
Yeah, with
episode
Moon Knight too.
about Moon Knight and stuff like that. How long we're gonna wait? I don't
10
know.
years.
Maybe. I'll. That's so sad, man. I don't know.
I know,
They
it's
just
very
take too
sad. Just
long.
drink a beer and maybe the time will go by faster. Well, we have some great guests coming. I think they're actually on their way right now.
Ooh, yeah, I
We
can
have
hear the car.
we have Neo from
Yeah,
Oneverse, and we have SpaceRoachVR. So we're gonna have a great show, guys.
nice. I can hear the car. Let me check,
I hear
bro.
it coming. I hear it coming. Oh yeah, they're on their way.
They are on the way. Let's go to the window to check.
Uh-oh, Sam's been drinking all the beer again, by the way. Look at that. She just left it there. Bad Sam. Oh, there they are. Hey, what's up,
Ah,
guys?
Hey.
it's a vibe, huh?
Oh yeah. Now don't
Let's
fall off.
see.
There's no respawn. You might turn invisible too.
Yeah, we never know when it's gonna happen again.
Cowabunga. Sup,
Yeah,
guys?
right in that, man.
We're coming. Woo.
They're coming. They're coming.
Whoa.
There was a little glitch there. Marty McFly,
Welcome.
he ran this car into the ground.
Hey,
Marty McFly
guys.
did. Hey, what's
Hey,
up?
guys. How you guys
Welcome,
doing? Thank you for
welcome.
having us.
Thank
Come
you
on
for coming. Let's have our sits here.
and come on
All right, let's
down.
do
You've
it.
won the PlayStation toaster. It makes great toast. Just
Thank
don't
you.
eat too
Thank you.
much.
Yeah.
Can you make that
Here we
extra
go.
crispy for me?
Yeah, we will. That's actually the only thing it does, guys. Only
Perfect.
extra
I
crispy.
need to
So
get me
now
one of those.
you made him a question in your podcast. I'll make a question for you too. Xbox
Oh.
or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Ooh.
And
There you go.
PlayStation.
I went that direction because, well, for one, Sony was the dove into VR, and Microsoft, at least on the Xbox, then
It was
didn't.
good.
So, easy choice on the console for me just because of VR.
Okay.
Right on, right on.
Unique.
Yeah,
Xbox or PlayStation?
I'm more of an Xbox guy, but I'm not looking for the VR on it. I'm just, I've been in with
Yeah.
Xbox for a long time. I just like you know what it came down to is the controller. Ever since the first Xbox, I just like that controller better than the
Mhm.
PlayStation one. That's basically what it came down to. And
I would agree
yeah,
with that point for sure, though.
I wonder why they don't have a headset yet. I mean, it does seem kind of odd, right? They have the mixed, they have the HoloLens and stuff, but there's no VR for the Xbox. It's kind of weird, huh?
Well,
Mhm.
That's
they,
kind of
they
true,
keep
yeah.
coming out and saying that the VR market isn't in the right place or whatever, and that they're just not ready to dive into VR yet. It's an eventuality though. If console games are going to survive through the future, then VR is going to be an option on all the major ones.
Yeah, I agree.
Which that's what PlayStation sees, right? PlayStation is already going into their second version of VR now. So
That's exciting
de-
too.
yeah, that's really exciting actually. So they're definitely seeing the niche, which everything is going to be VR in the next generation or this generation for sure.
Yeah. So is that new generation headset? Is that one still like tethered to the console
Yes.
or
It's still
Yeah.
tethered to
Okay.
the console, but they've moved from the terrible camera tracking to inside out tracking that's similar to the Quest.
Oh, cool.
Well, and it's going to be like having PC gaming at your fingertips, but from the Sony end on a console you possibly already own. Which is why like my first headset was the original PSVR, and the reason I bought it was because it was so easy to get in.
Yeah.
It was I already had a PlayStation. And I mean, it just seemed like a no brainer to go ahead and just buy the VR console. Whereas if I wanted to get it in PC VR when the Rift came out, um, I mean, I would have had to buy a PC, and that's a huge expense to get into a new type of gaming.
I agree. That kind of held me off on the Rift too, because I always use a Mac, and that was like, well, now I'd have to do what we had talked about earlier, doing the parallels or something like that, which I had done in the past for development, but I just didn't really want to go down that path. So I just kind of waited, and my first headset was the Go, and I still have that around here. It's not here now. Somebody must have stolen it and put it in a museum. But it's I
Should be
still
up
have
there.
it though. Yeah, we should
The
put it up
Oculus
there.
Go was
Yeah.
great though, wasn't it? Like when it came
Yeah,
out.
it was cool. It was really cool, man. I
Wasn't that
liked
the
it.
first one? Like the first VR for Oculus, right?
Oh
Yeah,
no,
it was
no,
the
no.
first one. Oh no, the
Well,
Rift
it was the
was.
first.
Yeah.
It was the first wireless one. Like they came
Right,
out with their
right.
wired headset, and then they had the 3 DOF wireless Oculus Go, which I mean, it was really cool for like if you were gonna watch 3D experiences or
Hmm.
for like really small bite-sized games. There was nothing really complex on it, but it was like an intro to VR that didn't suck for people. As
Yeah.
compared to like the phone headsets that really turned off a lot of early users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Samsung ones and stuff like that, which also were part of Oculus, right? They had like some kind of Oculus license or something at the time, I think. And a lot of the Go software came from there, right? If I remember right.
Yeah,
And then
it
that
was
takes
the
us to the Quest, right?
yeah, yeah. I guess all the way from the Samsung Gear VR to the Quest. Yeah, it's been a long ride. Matter of fact, even to the Quest One was a humongous step, you know. And then Quest Two. I'm sitting here wearing one right now. Doing this, which is it's wild because I'm meeting you all digitally, but in a very real way, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really cool. I love it, man. It's awesome in here. In
And
fact, I met
talking out.
Neo at in a hot tub one time. That's the first time we met. It's in a spicy container. Remember?
Yeah, that was
That was
that
pretty
was a
cool.
special moment. It was a very
Yeah.
spicy moment. It's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
Sounds spicy.
It's spicy. It's just the things
Spicy.
like just the whole VR experience, like being able to like meet in a hot tub, but obviously here in the metaverse, but at the same time
Yeah.
we're in different states. But thanks to this whole VR experience, we're able to feel like as we're in the same place, sharing memories. It's amazing.
Yeah, sharing memories, taking pictures, I mean countless pictures that I know that you've taken, I've taken, everybody. It's just like my whole camera roll is full of that. And then
Yeah.
um using that to actually come up with new forms of art too, which is pretty cool. It's just like you can just kind
Yeah,
of build off of it, and it's very spontaneous. Everything, even creating in here, is really spontaneous, right? At
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
definitely.
So I'm
And
looking forward to that new headset.
exactly, I was going to say that following the same line of headsets. Are you guys excited for the new headsets?
Well,
Cambria, yes. I
yeah,
am.
I've heard it was more of a business oriented headset, but I mean, it's
Same.
going to be interesting to see what it can do. It's great that they're going a direction with color cams, that
Hmm.
allow
Oh
pass
yeah.
through on the outside. That's going to allow for some amazing mixed reality experiences. Fighting a dragon in your living room and whatnot type things. Um,
Yeah.
and it's an exciting leap forward. Hopefully there ends up being more of a consumer end to it, or a consumer oriented headset that's coming along with it. I know we all saw that prototype headset in this past week, right? The really flat one, the one that's not a huge bulge off your face, that looks like, I mean, it looks like a couple pairs of sunglasses stacked on top of each other, thickness wise.
Right,
And
right, right.
like we're heading a direction where you're going to be able to just like easily, because I'm not going to act like the Quest 2 is not a little bit on the encumbering end still, right? Like we still have a
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah.
ways to go with weight reduction, but you see things like that, and you see something that's flat and close to someone's face, you think that this is probably going to be light and comfortable, and we're moving in a
Hmm.
direction like that. It's
Yeah,
it's an
Yeah. I think
exciting
that's
time
going
to
to be
be into
great.
VR. This
Yeah.
this new headset coming up is whether it ends up being consumer oriented or more of a business thing, is very exciting. And I think that the next 2 or 3 years of VR are going to be extraordinarily interesting, beyond anything we've seen before. With this headset coming out and Sony getting back into the market and Apple getting into the market, it's going to be a lot of change real fast. With bigger companies throwing huge amounts of money at making their technology better, and we're going to see huge leaps forward in the tech as well as the user base over the next like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Right on. And just to add to that space, I know I also heard the same thing about Cambria. That Cambria is apparently going to be tailored for builders and creators. And so, like,
I love
like
that. I love it. Yeah.
so which is great because technically we're in that beta phase in Horizon World. So meaning it's mostly builders and creators kind of like building the space before it goes global. So it makes sense to release
Yeah.
it can be a high performance, VR, kind of like helping you with your workflow. Kind of like that's what it is because it has the color pass through, um, you know, faster processor, more memory, more spacing. It kind of just makes
And
it
lighter.
easier to have
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, and lighter. So it kind of makes sense, like the way that the specs are lined up to kind of like tailor it to builders and creators to make it a much easier flow to build in the space. So I kind of like think that's what they're releasing that because I know I also heard on top of that that they're releasing what like 4 VR headsets
Yeah.
by
Oh,
the year
really?
2023 or 2024. So
Yeah.
I kind of see what they're doing with Cambria first. It's like, hey, this is for the creators, for the builders, to improve your workflow, and then we're gonna bring out those consumer ones more for the gaming, experiencing, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Could be like
It's kind
that.
of
Yeah.
like, yeah, but it's a leap forward for sure. I'm very excited to get my hands in those.
Yeah.
100%.
Are you
Just
putting
the
money
price for me
aside?
is a little bit.
Because
Sorry.
our other when Phoenix was here, we were talking, and then they were already like saving money for the new headsets.
Yeah.
But we are they were like kind of divide between am I getting the new from Meta or maybe Apple, because a lot of people are saying
Ooh.
that Apple will release
Oh.
something much better. So they're like, where I'm going to invest here. So that will be something
Huh,
very
that's
hard.
interesting. It's going to be
That
interesting. I think I'll get both probably just as a developer, because you kind of need to you have
You
to
have
do it.
time to get both.
I mean, I still have the Go. I have the Quest 1. I have of course the Quest 2. I don't have the PlayStation 1 though, but you kind of need to be able to experience them all and try to make your game work or whatever you're trying to do or building. Um and I think it'll be interesting, with Cambria to see the power to like maybe make some really cool 3D stuff. Like right now, we're kind of still limited to primitive shapes and stuff here in Horizon, but
Yeah.
maybe we'll be able to bring our own textures in and do some edge loops and all kinds of crazy stuff. That would be cool.
no, that's really exciting. And talking about, you said the Apple. I think we talked about this that one time when we met at the
Yeah,
jacuzzi. We spoke a little bit about. We
When you guys
spoke a
met
little
in the
bit.
jacuzzi.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
met in the
hey,
jacuzzi.
Buffy was there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Buffy was there.
Okay.
Buffy was there,
Okay. Buffy was
and
there.
spicy, and
And
spicy.
spicy and super AF too. So
Yeah. But we did talk about it, and it's interesting because we all know how Apple is with their product. They focus a lot in
Yeah.
quality, and they're very innovative in what they do. So it is interesting to see what they're gonna do with their VR headset when they do dip in to the whole metaverse idea. So I would also be like undecisive on like which one
Yeah.
to get first. But like Nick said, I'll probably get both at the end of the day.
You have
Support
time
both.
yeah,
too. You have time.
you have time.
Uh,
So let me ask you
uh,
guys this question. So the metaverse, if you think about like Ready Player One or something like that, the metaverse is kind
Mm.
of not
Great
about a
movie.
walled garden. So now we have like, okay, so if we have the Apple headset, we have the Sony one, and let's say we have an Xbox one eventually. It's like everybody's going to be playing in their own gardens, and that kind of defeats the whole metaverse, philosophy.
Right.
Don't you guys think? Is there like some way to where we can come together?
Yeah, we'll be divided. Like you playing PlayStation, and there is no
Yeah.
cross-play games, so you're just in that list. You play just with people with that
Yeah, and I'll
device,
just be
right?
over there. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I add this one too.
There would definitely have to be crossplay though, because that's the whole point of the metaverse, right? The metaverse is supposed to be like this whole universe that connects together, like Ready Player One, where it's just like
Yeah.
different spaces, right? Like, Horizon, All Space, VR chat, and whatever else comes after that, where you could kind of just like jump in between those worlds easily with the same VR
Mhm.
headset, you know?
Yeah. The
It's
only thing is you
that's
can't travel with your stuff like you were saying
yeah.
earlier, Spaces, you wanted to bring your Pop One skin
Yeah,
like into
yeah,
here,
and
like
it's
that's the real metaverse,
Oh
right?
yeah.
To bring everything
yeah,
together.
to be able to be your same self across everywhere and be just as recognizable because
Yeah.
people know you as you, they see you and you're you. That's I mean, that's a place we're headed, but the problem is, like you said, is too many walled gardens, too many companies trying to say the metaverse is here and we're going to put these boundaries around it, and you guys can come to the metaverse with our company. Um, Eventually we're going to hit a point where everything's kind of intertraversable, I guess. um I don't honestly don't know how long that's going to be because of the way people are with wanting to keep things to themselves. But
Yeah.
eventually we're going to hit a point where everything's intertraversable, like in a Ready Player One type scenario, and we
That's
can
gonna be
take
awesome.
ourselves, we can, yeah, exactly, we can take ourselves everywhere and just like really be even in our digital form, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the true metaverse. That's what the true metaverse is, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. One day
Be
soon, I
amazing.
hope. One day soon.
I just hope that they don't do what PlayStation and Xbox did. After decades upon decades, then they were like, okay, we're going to do crossplay.
Yeah.
True. Oh, and they have
Exactly.
PC now, which is good. I kind of enjoy that. Like we have some friends that like we're streaming together, and they they can join on the PC. Though there are some issues with sound and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
it's probably just their bad PCs. That's they just don't.
He's
Or it's
talking about
you.
me.
It's your PC.
He's talking about
It's
me, I
that
think.
tomato virus. No, no, I'm actually talking about like like Juan or country or somebody. And I can't hear him when we're playing
Because
that type of
Country is
thing.
from PlayStation. Country is a PlayStation guy.
Oh, so they
And we
still
are
don't
in
work together.
Xbox.
Very nice.
It
Yeah.
does, and then has some kind of issues.
Yeah,
So that's like,
it does and it doesn't. Like if you're playing Star Trek Bridge Crew, for instance, you can play that on PC, Quest, or PlayStation.
Uh-huh.
And those
mhm.
players can crossplay, and most of the time, it's a pretty good experience.
Yeah.
So have you played that with a multiplayer? I have it. I haven't played it yet. I've been
That
always
was
too
the reason
scared
I
to.
bought my headset in the first place.
Oh, really?
Was to experience Star Trek
Wow.
inside of Star Trek.
Oh, that's cool. It's a really cool
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
And then my second experience was Resident Evil 7, which was terrifying, and I'd never finished it. And I have no shame in saying I didn't. It was too scary.
I
Um,
can't do that.
yeah, it was a big nope. Not, I like scary stuff, but something about having someone like stab you through the hand and you're looking at it, and it's your hand. No,
Ah.
no.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
That
that's
Yeah.
does
Sounds
sound
like I'm
pretty
gonna have to try
scary.
that out.
If you're into that kind of thing, definitely try it out.
I would not try it. I'm very scared
So
about
we
that
have
stuff.
some questions for about streaming since you stream a lot, and I don't know, do you stream too, Neo? I know that you were doing some podcasting and stuff like that.
I don't stream so much, but I do the podcast. Yeah, the one verse, definitely.
Cool.
Which actually, I don't know if you saw. We just released Buffy Buffers and HGTV episode. Which friend
Yeah.
was there?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Awesome.
Awesome,
It really
Hello.
is. It really is.
Yes, I love it. I want to tech and I want to be in the buttons. Just fire that guy and I will take care of that. Tell us
The buttons.
about
What?
She
your
was so good
your
with her
guys.
VR hand.
She wants to
Like,
she wants to take
Yeah, you
your
have to
role.
really. Oh, she wants to push
I will
these
probably
buttons.
She wants to take your role on the Oneverse podcast.
yeah, because the other guy doesn't do like a very good job. I do better. Don't tell him.
Uh-oh. We'll just edit
Tell
that part out.
tell us.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is. He is. He was just sleeping, so I was just like, okay, I will take care of this. Tell us a little bit about the one verse.
Well, Oneverse is the #1 podcast in the metaverse. Honestly, we talk
Oh, yeah.
about everything related to the Web 3.0. We try to, kind of like make a difference from the metaverse to the real world, to the real world, to the metaverse. So, depending on the guests, we have all types of guests, from real world influencers, from in this space builders, creators, to talk about whatever their niche is, whatever is happening in life now, whatever's happening in the metaverse, what's coming, and etc. It's a cool vibe where just people come along and just hang out, chat, talk, and vibe out with us.
Cool.
That's nice. That's nice. It's
So
very
is that
cool.
like a podcast like that you listen to, or is it more like this where you're like filming, like you're seeing each other as well, like it
It's
like a TV thing?
it's both, yeah, it's both.
Oh, cool.
So you could like
Yeah.
Cool.
hear
Very cool.
audio or you could watch it.
Cool.
It's kind of like
I'll have
almost
to
like
check it out.
a Joe Rogan meets Impulsive meets Full Send, and then revolutionize that with the whole metaverse inside it.
Right on. Right on. That sounds good.
Yeah. It's super nice. It was a
So
nice experience.
so space. Let's talk about you and your crazy streaming, man. This guy, have you guys
Yeah.
seen what he's up to? He was slicing some guy up earlier today with a sword.
Damn.
It's pretty
Really?
incredible.
Yeah, but it was super cartoony violence in a game where you can
Yeah.
fly and climb, and it's the coolest thing ever. I don't know if you guys have ever tried Population One. It's weird because I didn't like multiplayer games in general, much less FPS games. Going into VR,
Mhm.
I was more of a like I the guy that played like an 800 hour Morrowind save,
Oh
or
yeah. Uh-huh.
all the Fallout games and stuff like that. And then you get into VR, and all of a sudden it's a different thing because you're just hanging out with some people, and you're on this mission together, and you're trying to beat the other people, and I don't know, it's so immersive. It's so immersive in the virtual
Yeah.
reality space. Like
Yeah.
like I've truly been moved by that game.
I
guess
love
So
you could
it.
you
say,
I think
stream.
it's a fun game.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you stream a lot of times. I'm always
Yeah, and
there
I'm
for you.
horrible.
No, you should see him playing Back for Blood with me. These guys are a headache. So you stream a lot. Let's not talk about
Yeah.
how bad they are. So
Yeah.
you stream a lot.
Yeah, I'm online on Facebook Gaming every morning. Sometimes
Okay.
I run a second
Wow.
one at nighttime. It's a 7 days a week thing. And I also
Wow.
end up making content on 4 other platforms,
Okay.
at least on a daily basis. So I guess I'm not just a streamer. I'm trying to create content all the time.
Okay.
Cool.
Just an all around
That's
content
nice.
creator, I guess.
Yeah.
You must be passionate for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
really into virtual reality. Like it's been a like a game changer experience in my life. And then as far as like breaking out of my social anxiety bubble that I've been dealing with for years,
Yeah.
and like getting to go out and meet people, it's been so easy for me to go out and meet people in
Yeah.
virtual reality, and then it starts translating into real life. And yeah,
That's
I
true.
guess I owe a lot to VR.
That is cool.
I feel like, so
Yeah.
then I end up streaming it so I can show other people like how awesome it is and how good it makes me
Right.
feel. So maybe it'll do the
Yeah.
same for them.
Yeah, I
That's
think it's
amazing.
done the same for me. Even in Pop One, I've met some pretty cool people, and there's been a lot of funny moments. You guys have to check out Zimster. He's one of the guys that I play with, and he's like, when he gets shot, he's like, ah, like he's like really getting killed and stuff. It's like hilarious though. It's so fun. and then you start being friends with these people, and it's just a lot of fun. Same with you. I met you in VR first, and we were doing some sketches and stuff, and
Yeah.
now like we're great friends. So
Yeah, and we play Xbox. Now we do stream on Xbox
Yeah.
too. And
Yeah.
not just here, but we do like with other games. And that's
Yeah,
pretty
VR is a game changer, like you're saying. Like it helps with like real world. You say your anxiety, meeting
Yeah.
people, all that. Like it's amazing. Just like with the Oneverse, just the podcast that started based in here. Like the
Mhm.
Oh,
team,
cool.
like the other founders,
Yeah.
like Schlick and Isaac, we all met in this space. All three of us, we met in this space in venues. When we didn't even have access to worlds yet. This was in November 2021. We
Mhm.
literally
Oh.
met, we clicked it, we became friends in here. Next thing you know, we're like just hanging out, vibing out, and then we're just talking strategies because obviously we see the potential of the metaverse and the VR. So we started brainstorming and coming together like, what can we do? And one of the things that popped up out of all those ideas was podcasts. I was like, that's the one. We all agreed, let's do a podcast. And then because of that, it turned into a friendship in the real world where we phone call, we video chat, we started the podcast together, and and then it keeps going. But all
Yeah.
thanks to VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
amazing. It's really amazing.
And you guys are actually far from each other, right? Like not even the same country or same
Yeah, we're not in the
states.
same state. I'm in Florida, Schlicken's in Hawaii, Isaac is in
Oh,
Vegas.
Hawaii's nice.
Literally.
Damn.
Literally.
Yeah.
East, west, and like island.
Yeah, and in the same time together. It's awesome.
Yeah, and something that
Like
would have not happened either if it wasn't for VR.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
very grateful for a lot of people that I have met here, and it's amazing. And we end up like all together and creating stuff, and it's awesome. And we know that this is just the begin. We know that a lot it's coming and growing. And if we stay and stick together and keep going,
Yeah, we'll all grow.
we'll grow together. So
It's all
that's
about
will.
awesome.
supporting each other. Yeah, I mean, I'm inspired by what everybody that I see is doing. All you guys, I'm watching
Yeah.
you, and I see what's up, and it's great stuff, man. It's awesome, very inspiring.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Watching you right now is inspiring. You're on the Geek Talk show. Shout out to Nick.
Well, we are going to have a new studio soon, so I'll invite you guys back when we get the new one built. I think I want to do
Yeah.
more the Star Trek type thing though, because I'm a Star Trek fan. Buffy as well is a big Star Trek fan. I don't know. I never asked you though if you like Trek.
Oh,
Huh?
I guess that's
I guess that's a no.
I will rewatch
That's
for
too
you.
geek for her.
I will rewatch for. No, I have watched all of them, like, but I will rewatch. I got.
Oh, that's a
other
tough thing.
stuff.
When a friend is gonna watch a whole, you know how many episodes there are in Star Trek. If she's gonna watch all those for us, wow, that's amazing. I'll have to
That's
clap for that. That's a lot of work.
yeah. I have a lot of stuff in my playlist.
If you strung it all together, it's still like months of watching. Like if you just watched nonstop without sleeping or getting up or
Yeah.
walking away, still months of watching.
Oh my god.
Right.
We'll start
Yeah. Like you're like a decade.
Oh my goodness.
wow, that's a lot.
Okay, let's
luck
divide
with
the
that.
studio. And you keep
We'll
like
divide
one
the
side
studio
Star
up? Okay.
Trek, and then I keep one side for myself. Like, we need to.
Or we could
divide
do,
it
or we could make it. We could make it Moon Knight. It could be all like Egyptian and stuff. Like you're inside the pyramid.
Ooh. Yeah.
That'd be
Have you
pretty
guys
cool.
watched Moon Knight? We did one of our shows based on Moon Knight.
Moon Knight? No.
I have not.
No.
It's pretty good.
Kick these guys out.
All right. That's
Kidding.
it. So, well, I guess it is getting close to being wrapped up. But do you guys want to plug anything before we end? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, definitely. Check us out at oneverse.meta on Instagram. We're also on Twitter, YouTube. I'm Neoverse. You can also find me on Twitter or Instagram. I am Neoverse. Thank you guys for having me here in Geek Talk. Shout out to HGTV crew. Much love, much appreciation.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for coming on. We really enjoyed it.
Oh, I guess I'll just plug across the social channels that I usually put videos up on. Which isn't only Pop One content. Just throwing that out there. You know, I do mixed reality,
Okay.
Beat Saber and After the Fall and stuff like that. But check out Space Roach VR. Same name on every platform: Facebook Gaming, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And I feel like I'm probably leaving one out, but yeah, Space Roach VR. If you watch videos there, I'm probably there.
That
Awesome,
reminds me.
awesome.
I should have said we're also on Spotify and on YouTube. So make sure you check that out. Oneverse Podcast.
All
Oh,
right,
yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
Do you have your Discord? Discordia? Is that the name?
Discord, yeah, or our Discord? I'm on
I'm
Discord,
gonna go
but I
follow his
kind of don't use it.
podcast after I get off of here. I think Spotify is open on my PC right now. It's like,
Oh, that's dope.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
All right.
follow it. Neoverse stuff.
Oh,
All
man,
right,
my
guys.
thing
Well,
was
thanks for
glitching out.
everything. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank
And I'll
you,
be
guys. Thank
watching
you
you
for having
guys.
us.
I'll be
Thanks for having
watching
me.
you, and
Thank you
you.
for having me.
All right.
Do you have a line to finish up looking at the camera, Nick?
Oh, what's my line? There we go. Is there a line? No, I don't really have a line. Sorry. What's your line?
Just I don't know, just finish up like to follow us and everything.
Is it glitching your around
yeah,
there,
okay.
Neoverse?
Yeah.
Until next time, thanks for watching us, and don't explode. Stay safe, guys.